Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje estreando um jogo novo no canal. Broken Sword 5, A Maldição da Serpente, é um game de 2013 criado por Charlie Cecil para a Revolution Software. À guisa de introdução, trechos da resenha de Pedro Martins, publicada no site português videogamer.com em 28 de janeiro de 2014. Broken Sword é citado como força motriz de uma nova onda de aventuras gráficas, que faz algo pelo gênero que muitos julgavam debaixo de 7 palmos. É ainda exemplo acabado de que os fãs da exploração minuciosa dos cenários e da reunião e conjugação de itens estão bem de saúde. Financiado por campanha no Kickstarter, em pouco tempo pulverizou o valor mínimo pedido, de $400 mil. 14 mil fãs responderam com praticamente o dobro. O legado de Broken Sword é inegável, iniciado com A Sombra dos Templários em 1996. As mecânicas são amplamente discutidas e jogadores não demoraram a encontrar idiosincrasias no enredo. Porém, quem acompanha a série sabe bem que sempre estivemos ante um trabalho de amor. Charlie Cecil é o timoneiro e visionário de tudo que está relacionado com Broken Sword, inclusive este quinto título. Agora, seguir nos desígnios da obra é como ler uma carta endereçada a cada fã, escrita em primeira pessoa e tratando cada destinatário por você, como se fossem todos membros da mesma família, reunidos para celebrar a existência do gênero. A Maldição da Serpente não se aventura por grandes mudanças nos protagonistas, e é dada primazia novamente à dupla George Stobart e Nicole Collar. Não é preciso escavar muito para encontrar os alicerces da trama. Já nos primeiros minutos, somos testemunhas do roubo de um quadro e de um homicídio, com o jogo impingindo o envolvimento de George, como agente de uma empresa seguradora, e a carteira de jornalista de Nicole. George e Nicole são personagens totalmente desenvolvidas e com várias camadas, que vão sendo desvendadas com o avançar das horas. Não é coincidência que os trechos mais recomendáveis são precisamente aqueles em que contracenam. Cecil criou novamente uma química implacável entre eles que soa natural nos diálogos, sem recorrer a demasiados clichês e sem transformar o aprofundar dos protagonistas em algo baço e desenchabido. Se já experimentaram alguma aventura gráfica, bem sabem o que esperar do cerne da jogabilidade. Via mouse, explorar cenários e encontrar pontos de interesse e itens para examinar, recolher e combinar, além de dispor de caixas de diálogos com opções para levar a conversa até onde for mais útil. A descrição pode parecer enfadonha, mas todo fã do gênero discorda. A conjugação de todas essas variáveis obriga seu cérebro a participar de uma maratona. E o problema maior de Broken Sword 5 está aí. Depois do jogo, a sua massa cinzenta terá feito o equivalente a correr dezenas de quilômetros, mas em percurso de muitos altos e baixos. Os puzzles são um joguete de dificuldade e interesse, ora apelando ao seu lado mais obsessivo e criativo, ora se tornando um passeio no parque, à mercê do caminho escolhido pelo adulto, neste caso, Charlie Cecil. Parece que a Revolution pensou demais em quem iria estrear na série ou no gênero depois de investir na campanha de fundos, esquecendo os jogadores veteranos. O resultado são enigmas com pendor geral para a facilidade e a conveniência. Com atenção no que se passa, ninguém quedará em impasse, o que é pena, pois a casmurrice de passar a pente fino todos os milímetros da cena e conjugar todos os objetos com todas as personagens não deixa de ser o último reduto apreciado por quem tem mais de 25 anos. Os milhares de dólares angariados a mais propiciaram elevar os valores da produção e, em consequência, a parte técnica. Por exemplo, regressou Barrington Fellowing, que musicou A Sombra dos Templários. A trilha sonora consegue dar ambiente sem nunca perturbar o lado cognitivo da aventura. Passarinhos a chirriar enquanto notas são entoadas numa harpa é disto que o jogador precisa para se concentrar nas mecânicas inerentes à progressão. Porém, o ponto mais bem-sucedido de A Maldição da Serpente é o seu grafismo. Cenários cheios de detalhes no que parece ser uma tela sem fim. Paisagens esmiuçadas que transparecem até uma obsessão dos programadores. Farão com que qualquer um pare o que está fazendo, negligencie a resolução da trama e fique olhando a cenografia do jogo. E seja em que momento ocorrer esta pausa, o certo é que a vista daria uma boa imagem promocional. A parte gráfica não é nada menos do que impressionante. Broken Sword 5, A Maldição da Serpente, mantém vivo o espírito fundador da série. É verdade que a história não prima pela originalidade, mas a escrita dos diálogos e a profundidade das personagens é patente. Os pontos que mais tocam nos diferentes espectros são a pouca exigência na maioria dos puzzles e, no lado oposto, a excelência gráfica que nos parece colocar na galeria de arte que dá origem à narrativa, porém na altíssima proporção de um quadro a cada fotograma. A nota dada no site foi 7. Agora digo eu, nas muitas resenhas que li, o mais saudado foi a volta ao real point and click e ao 2D, além do abandono daqueles elementos de ação e plataforma que nada tem com Adventures. A maior parte cita ainda que os puzzles vão dificultando no correr da trama, diluindo a falha apontada por nosso articulista, que, na época em que escreveu o artigo, só tinha o primeiro episódio do jogo disponível, pois o jogo foi lançado em capítulos. Vale citar ainda a referência ao enredo feita por Miguel Guerra no site wasd.pt, em 21 de abril de 2014. Sem revelar muito do que acontece, saibam que este Broken Sword 5 anda à volta dos evangelhos gnósticos não reconhecidos pela Igreja Católica e que, segundo ela, lidam com conhecimentos delicados que não devem tornar-se públicos, muitas vezes até sendo chamados conhecimentos satânicos. O tema das escrituras gnósticas é ainda tabu para muitos historiadores e religiosos, e Charles Cecil arranjou a maneira ideal de desmistificar o assunto e para ele chamar de novo a atenção. Volto a dizer eu, o jogo comprei na GOG e acertei vozes em inglês e legendas em castelhano, menos nas cinemáticas em que não há opção. As vozes seguem o idioma escolhido para as legendas, então estará tudo em espanhol nas cinemáticas. Ajustei o setup de som, imagem e transmissão, mas se algo deu errado, por favor avisem para que eu tente consertar. Por fim, como as citações no início do jogo passam rápido demais para que eu consiga traduzir, já apresento agora os dois textos. O primeiro. Mas a serpente era mais astuta do que todos os animais do paraíso. E Deus amaldiçoou a serpente e a chamou Diabo. E disse: Adão chegou a ser como um de nós porque tem conhecimento do bem e do mal. O Testemunho da Verdade, Evangelho Gnóstico, por volta de 100 depois de Cristo. E o segundo texto: Não lute com monstros, para não se tornar um deles. Se você contempla o abismo te devolve o olhar. Friedrich Nietzsche, em Além do Bem e do Mal, 1886. Que nem é a tradução literal da frase, bem mais próxima de: quem combate monstruosidades deve cuidar para não se tornar também um monstro. E se olhares durante muito tempo para um abismo, o abismo também olha para dentro de você. Guerra Civil Espanhola, Catalunha, Espanha, 1937. O exército fascista do generalíssimo Franco ataca.
Debemos irnos ya.
Papá.
Tiago, sube con tu madre al camión. Toma esto. Siempre será tu guía.
Sí, papá.
Nos reuniremos pronto.
Xavier, el cuadro.
La maledición. Por aquí.
Es demasiado tarde. ¡Vamos! ¡No, papá!
Señor, aquí dentro. Búsquenlos. Por supuesto.
Paris hoje em dia.
París en primavera. Pasión. Romance. L'amour. Yo trabajaba en una aseguradora de arte. Pagaba el alquiler, más o menos. Y entonces, por casualidad, me encontré a Nico en una vista privada.
¿No me dijiste que habías vuelto a París, George?
Tenemos que ponernos al día. ¿Vamos a comer?
Que nadie se mueva.
No, monsieur. La maledición, no.
¡Atrás!
Una vez más, París me enseñaba su lado oscuro. Un atraco brutal. Un asesinato absurdo. Nico y yo estábamos a punto de sumergirnos en una nueva y aterradora aventura.
The gallery owner was dead. I guess sometimes playing the hero doesn't pay. My company had insured the exhibition, so I had a crime to solve. The cops would be here soon. I didn't have much time.
Por enquanto tem só o telefone.
It was my phone, mankind's most treasured possession. The priest was administering the last rites.
Está dando a extrema unção, mas eu vou falar com ele assim mesmo.
Excuse me, Father.
Yes, my son.
I'm George Stobart. My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there anything I can do?
You can pray for his soul.
A senseless murder.
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
What do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
What?
I am a Dominican priest. I know these things. And now, excuse me, I must pray.
1 minute, I'd been planning dinner with Nico. The next, I was talking art theft, murder, and the devil with a priest. Father Simeon looked troubled. But who wouldn't after witnessing a murder? Father?
Yes, my son.
What did you mean when you said that a great evil had taken place?
Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
What?
Peter 5:8. The devil is all around, Mr. Stobart.
Did Henri say anything before he died?
He said, "Stop the car, I want to get in."
What does that mean?
We may never know.
What brought you to the exhibition, Father?
The painting.
Which one?
La Maledictio, of course.
The painting that was stolen.
I had to confront the evil.
What do you know about the man who painted La Maledictio?
El Serp. He was a man playing with fire, the fire of eternal damnation.
Tell me about the stolen painting.
Whoever gets close to it will burn in hell.
Esse que desmaiou aqui, o Lane, no canto, é aquele crítico de arte que no Broken Sword 2 nós encontramos na galeria e que ficamos colocando absinto no copo dele.
There was no mistaking this body. It was Hector Lane, art critic extraordinaire. He and I had met before.
Ele também lembrou que já se encontraram antes.
For a moment, I thought he was dead. But from the snoring, I guessed he'd only fainted. Lane had fainted. I was going to have to find a way to revive him. Lane's jacket was stretched tight over his flabby form.
Mas tem uma coisa aqui.
In the pocket was a pair of nail clippers. They were monogrammed with the letters HL.
Tem que achar um jeito de acordá-lo. Não basta gritar com ele.
The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it. Spanish modernists certainly didn't come cheap. I wondered how many paintings they'd sold at these prices. I could have bought a nice car for the price of that. As they say, every artist was first an amateur. The murderer left a pizza box on the table. The thief left the pizza box behind. I wondered what was in it. Well, no surprise there. Pizza. The guy must have been hungry. There was only one slice left.
Só sobrou pedaço. E eu vou pegar. Ganhei algum ponto por isso.
No one had noticed the pizza box fall onto the floor. I decided to leave it alone.
É, Sugismundo.
70 grand? Ah, cheap at half the price. The alarm still worked on that painting. I wondered why the stolen painting's alarm hadn't sounded.
É, por que não tocou o alarme quando rouba?
55,000. Huh, shame. Just outside my price range. All I needed was a mere 65,000, and this little gem could be mine. For the discerning connoisseur, a soupçon at 80,000. That bust was pretty impressive. I wondered who'd been the model. The bust was balanced precariously on the pedestal. I didn't want to knock it off. With luck, the security camera had captured the robbery. The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private.
Aqui, Memento Mori, ó, coloca uma caveira no quadro, junto com os livros, as flores, coisa, para mostrar. Lembre que você é mortal.
The door was marked private. The door was locked with a keypad. If I wanted to get in there and look at the CCTV footage, then I'd need to find the number.
Vai ter que conseguir o código da fechadura.
Just 90,000 for this one.
Só 90 mil.
The tag said 60 grand. Wow, nice work if you can get it. Another alarm working as it should. The label said it was painted in 1932. The gallery wanted 80 grand for it. A rare glimpse into the absinthe-addled mind of the artist. A snip at only 80 grand. $60,000 for a sketch? Ouch. Another working alarm. Was the alarm on the stolen painting the only one that wasn't working? Challenging and experimental, like the $85K price tag. Another working alarm. Was the alarm on the stolen painting the only one that wasn't working? The stolen painting was called La Malediccio, painted by someone called L. Serp in 1937, and worth just 40 grand. The stolen painting was worth less than the others. So why did the thief target it?
Roubaram o quadro mais barato.
This was where the stolen painting had hung. Why that painting? And why kill for it? The stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't. I pressed the vibration detector pad. Nothing happened. So, the alarm wasn't broken. I suspected foul play. So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job.
Não é o que parece. Ganhamos prêmio. E aqui temos cortador de unha e pedaço de pizza.
Lane's nail clippers. The initials HL were engraved on them. I'd picked up a piece of pizza from the gallery floor. It could be useful.
Tem que esperar da ação, né? Ficar amarelo com engrenagem. Até parece que eu não sei jogar Adventure.
The clippers were the perfect size to cut the wire. Could Lane be the saboteur? I had to find out.
Cadáver do Henry.
Poor guy.
Algo na mão.
There was a small piece of paper in the dead man's hand. It was too intriguing not to take a look. It read, 2:30 p.m., be ready. Innocent enough, until I realized that the robbery took place at 2:30 p.m. There was something fishy going on around here, and it wasn't just the canapes. I quickly replaced the note.
Não pode ficar alterando a cena do crime também, né?
I always wondered who bought those white-framed glasses. Now I knew. He definitely looked better. There's nothing quite so lonely as a dead man's toupee. Hair today, gone tomorrow. I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it.
Mexeu o mínimo. Até parece, né? Ele vai mexer o mínimo na coisa.
A small purple nozzle was poking out of his pocket.
Uma colônia?
In Henri's pocket was a tiny bottle. It was a bottle of Brett. The label claimed it would wake the beast within.
Ah, é, esse barulho então é quando acrescenta coisa no inventário.
A cryptic note and a bottle of overpowering cologne. No personal effects or anything else of substance. I definitely needed to check out that office.
É, tem o colete dele, que tem o furo da bala ali, eu não examinei. Aqui, ó.
There was no way anyone would have survived that. I didn't want Henri's blood on my hands.
É, tá, mas não adiantava nada também que ele não ia sujar as mãos ali. Falar mais alguma coisa com o padre?
Father?
Yes, my son.
Ah, tem coisas novas aqui para perguntar. Conspiração.
I think there's something strange going on here.
Yes, Mr. Stobart. At last you see the truth.
No, Father. I mean that the robbery looks like an inside job.
The devil's work is always an inside job.
É, o diabo trabalha por dentro.
A wire in the painting's alarm was deliberately cut.
Cut by the devil himself, perhaps.
Well, as far as I know, sightings of guys with horns and tails have been a little down recently.
You mock me, Mr. Stobart. But as you will discover, the devil likes to have the last laugh.
Do you know the code to get into the office?
No, but you could always pray and ask for divine guidance.
With respect, Father, I'm looking for a slightly quicker solution.
Por que que o padre saberia o código de qualquer lugar de Paris?
Do you know anything else about El Serp?
I've already told you everything I can.
É, acho que agora ele vai só repetir.
Is there anything else you can tell me about La Maledicio?
I've said everything I care to on the subject.
No primeiro ele disse que já falei tudo que eu sabia. No segundo já falei tudo que eu devia. Então eles devem saber mais ali.
Do you recognize these?
Nail clippers? I'm not sure what your point is.
Enquanto não arranjam o nariz de palhaço, tem que ir perguntando do corta-unhas.
Would you like this piece of pizza?
A man has just died. No, thank you.
Hey, Father, how about a squirt?
I think not.
Então, por enquanto, aqui não tem ação.
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief. From out here, you couldn't see the stolen painting. This robbery was definitely planned. The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner.
Aqui o pissoar para urinar.
You gotta hand it to the French. They know how to take a leak in style. It was a pissoir.
Pissoar.
Art Deco. My favorite subway design.
Mas nesse jogo também ele não sai da cena se ainda não terminou de fazer tudo o que precisava. Le Tricolor.
I've always been a sucker for Parisian stained glass.
Sacré-Cœur, região mais legal de Paris. Essa basílica é fantástica.
The Sacré-Cœur Basilica. The highest point in Paris. Impressive. The menu offered black coffee and a short list of soft drinks.
Ô, garçom, pensei que você não ia aparecer.
The waiter wasn't exactly run off his feet. Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Oh, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was chasing?
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty.
Revolucionário da classe operária. Defensor da classe operária.
The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right. Did you know him well?
Can we ever truly know another human being, monsieur? He spent little time at the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
E filosófico também. O café é filosófico.
What do you know about Le Lizard Bleu?
It's bourgeois, vacuous, and overpriced. Just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest flusée.
O Lane então é curador dessa galeria.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight for sure. If you see him, give him this bill. And tell him to pay up next time.
Agora você é moleque de cobrança.
I wondered whether Lane was in a hurry to get somewhere or just trying to skip paying his bill.
No outro jogo que eu era da agência de cobranças e fianças.
Do you recognize these?
They are nail clippers.
Would you like a slice of pizza?
I think not, monsieur. You must remember we are in Paris, the culinary capital of the world.
Would you like a squirt of this?
Are you suggesting I smell, monsieur?
No, sorry. Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
Muito provavelmente não. O que ele ganhou? A conta do Lane.
Lane had run up quite a bill at the cafe.
O que eu tenho então para acordar o Lane? Corta unhas, pizza, pizza. Morto de fome.
I decided against stuffing cold pizza into an unconscious man's mouth. I needed him live.
Acho que primeiro tem que olhar para ele e depois fazer ele sentir o cheiro da pizza.
It was going to take something stronger than pizza to wake Lane.
Tá.
Ah, bread. The fragrance that dare not speak its name.
Ai, ai, já que ele deu a dica.
Time to awaken the beast. What?
What was that? It smells like the 70s. Where am I?
You fainted.
Primeiro perguntar as coisas para ele.
Lane had the kind of looks that only a lifetime of fine dining can create. Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to eat. I've had a terrible shock, you know.
Mas na cidade capital mundial da gastronomia, você vai querer uma pizza? Vai, né?
I found a slice of pizza.
I asked for food, boy, not a cardboard simulacrum.
Oh, okay, if you don't want it.
I didn't say that. Now give it here. Given the circumstances, that was surprisingly acceptable. Now what's been going on? Oh, Henri, is he
dead? Afraid so.
Poor chap. Just like him to steal the limelight, though.
Típico dele querer chamar toda a atenção.
Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed in the Glees Gallery.
Of course. The man with the absinthe. I don't suppose you...
Afraid not.
Pity. I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble remembering your name.
I'm George Stobart. I insured the exhibition.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few questions, Mr. Lane?
Fire away.
Did you know the gallery owner?
Of course. We worked together on the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Henri provided the space. I was the creative powerhouse.
How long had you known him?
As a friend, many years. Our professional relationship had only recently blossomed into this exhibition, under my curatorial wing. And now the poor fellow's gone and got himself killed.
If Lane was involved with the gallery, then he had to know the code to that door. Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Of course, dear boy. La Maledictio, a little-known work, turned up at the last minute.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat. Beyond that, I don't really recall.
Oh, yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
So you curated the exhibition? What's it about?
A brilliant retrospective. A dialectical window on European art's ongoing discourse with the unresolved psychoses of the nation-state.
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth. Who painted the stolen painting?
Therein lies a mystery. We only know his pseudonym, El Serp. He was a Catalan, a modernist. His works are symbolic, religious.
What can you tell me about the stolen painting?
La Maledictio, a challenging piece. If you like a wide cast of obscure saints and fringe Christian symbolism, of course. Not especially valuable, though. The thief won't get much for it on the black market.
So, you help run this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up. Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me the code to that door.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that. Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my initials monogrammed on them.
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stolen painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotage, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code.
Dificuldades financeiras.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door, and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
You are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Just doing my job.
All right. You have me. The number is 6397. But I admit to none of these spurious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to work fast. What was that number again? 642... No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Damn it.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I hereby declare this crime scene open. Closed. Now, nobody move, especially you on the floor. Mo, I want a total lockdown. Nobody in or out. Apart from me, of course.
Uns minutos mais tarde.
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Mou. Our paths had crossed before. Sergeant Mou was blocking the entrance to the gallery. Mou was the kind of cop that got places through obedience, not intelligence. Sergeant Mou, we meet again.
Aha, Madame Collard. An unexpected pleasure.
I was in the gallery at the time of the theft. Can I get back in?
I am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out. And I must correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu! That poor man! I witnessed the crime. I've got to get back in there.
I'm sure you can make an official statement in good time.
I saw the thief. I think I can help the investigation.
I am implacable, Madame Collard.
Who is Inspector Navet?
The most promising young investigator on the force. A genius, a man blessed with almost superhuman insight.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Madame, it is not for us to talk about the inspector's sweaty proclivities. He is about to solve his third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entrails of the crime scene like a book.
I really need to get into the gallery and speak to Inspector Navet.
Tut. He is not to be disturbed. He is applying his famous scientific methods. Any moment now, the case will be cracked. I certainly hope so. I am dog-tired and want to go home.
I chased after the shooter and got a photo of him.
Inspector Navet will be delighted.
You've got to let me into the gallery to show him.
Absolutely not.
So, I cannot go in without Inspector Nave's permission?
No.
And to get Inspector Nave's permission, I need to go in.
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of Kafka, Sergeant Mu?
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer players have to do with this.
No, he's a... Never mind. This was madness. Sergeant Mu wasn't going to let me in. Why are you so tired, Sergeant Mu?
I have been working for 3 days with no rest. Nave is a genius in his field, and he assumes that we all have his energy and vigor.
Oh, you poor man. If you'd like to go and get some sleep, I will watch the door for you.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor specifically warned me against it after the last... incident.
That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty, and I need to focus.
Imprensa, posso entrar?
Here's my press card. Do you have a statement for the paper?
Yes, madame. Stay away from the crime scene and let the police do their job. And always leave a light on when you go out at night.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Mu. You've been so helpful. The body was still in there. I had to get back inside. It was an office. The room was full of strange trinkets. The pissoir was decorative and unpleasant. It was the pissoir.
Pissoir. Gosto quando eles falam.
Ah, le métro.
O garçom é mais bonzinho.
An intricate stained glass window, irresistible to any tourist.
Madame,
Bonjour, monsieur.
whatever it is you want, we are closed.
Then why are you standing here?
You would not understand, madame.
Try me.
Because I look at you, and I know you are like all the others.
The others?
The pretty women who shop, who gossip, who have their spa days, their almond croissant.
That bad, huh?
And the men with their grooming products and their shiny shoes and their skinny suits who come to my cafe and ask me for lattes, macchiatos, frappes.
I see your point.
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame? Ripped up the paving slabs, bled on the streets.
Isn't it?
No, madame, it is not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Vive la révolution.
And do you know what drove us on as we fought? What fueled the streets of Paris in that glorious spring? What made our hearts soar?
Cheap wine and free sex?
No, madame, no! It was French Café Noir that inspired us. The simple demi-tasse. The black, sweet taste of freedom.
So that's why you closed?
Yes, madame. I serve only thinkers, philosophers, revolutionaries. And you, madame, with your polite top and your pointy ears, are none of those things.
This is a cafe.
Yes, to the right people.
On any other day, I would have given this guy a straight one to the chin. But there was a chance he could help me get into the gallery. As always, Paris looked beautiful. The menu offered black coffee and a small selection of other drinks. Monsieur.
Life is fleeting, madame. The sands of time are running through your fingers.
Well, that may be, but...
We know not what we want, and yet we are responsible for what we are.
There's been a crime.
That is terrible, madame. But you know what they say.
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Life begins on the other side of despair. C'est vrai, no?
Well, I guess so. He was pushing me to the point of despair.
During the riots, we battled the forces of oppression.
Oh, really? That must have been terrifying.
It was. Except that they made me stay behind the barricades with the other baristas. We made coffee by the liter to fuel the resistance. I've never brewed so much coffee. Of course, our brave heroes spent half their time going for a pee. But with our coffee inside them, they fought the running dogs all night long.
None of this was helping me get past Sergeant Mou.
Au revoir.
Celular.
My smartphone. Possibly the journalist's most important tool. My press card. It opens some doors, but not as many as I'd have liked.
Só tenho carteira de jornalista.
Here's my press card.
La liberté. Madame, you are not the person that I took you to be. You must accept my deepest, my most profound apologies.
Well, of course I accept. But why?
La Liberté, the great journal of freedom. At the height of the battle, as the tear gas blew and the blood flowed, it was La Liberté which carried the voice of our revolution to the world. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me for almond croissant. You are a true daughter of France, and I am your humble servant.
Então, me conte as coisas agora.
Monsieur.
The road to enlightenment is a long one, madame. Perhaps you will walk that road with me?
Could we have a little chat?
Any time, madame.
Did you see anything happen at the gallery earlier?
I saw you running after a pizza delivery guy. Somebody said he killed someone.
That's true. He stole a painting and shot the gallery owner.
How close we are to death. And yet how far from ever comprehending it.
Well, right now I need to get back inside and figure out what happened.
I applaud you, madame. To seek the truth is a worthy ambition.
As a journalist, that is my duty.
Cafezinho.
How about some coffee?
For you, madame, of course. There is only one coffee that I can serve you. Black, strong, and in a tiny cup. One moment.
Cafezinho iria bem agora? Como sempre diz aquela que jamais disse.
Here is your coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur.
Inclusive em Paris.
The coffee was hot and strong.
E delicioso. Eu já ia perguntar da cadeira aqui, mas a cadeira é do cenário, não é do inventário. Café para viagem.
Could you make me a coffee to go?
For a fellow revolutionary? Of course, madame. One moment.
Uma bebida quente para o sargento.
Here's your takeaway coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur. The waiter didn't need to see my press card again.
E por que estava iluminado, então? subornar o Sargento Mo com um café quente para quem tá com muito sono.
Sergeant Moo, I brought you a coffee.
Coffee? Fantastic. Just what I need. But wait. I must not. My little problem.
I'm sure one little cup of coffee won't hurt.
I'm tempted, madame, but I cannot risk it. I am sorry.
So, this incident, it involved you, some coffee, and your little problem?
It is a tale of woe, madame.
I'm all ears, Sergeant.
Well, since you seem quite understanding, I shall elaborate.
Please do.
I was in charge of canine security for the President himself. One day, en vacances, he went for a private discussion with a lady minister. I stayed alone with his dog, but I had drunk a coffee to stay awake, and nature came to call. So I tied the dog to a tree and went for a secret pee-pee. When I came back, the dog was having a liaison dangereuse with the lady minister's terrier.
But how did they find out?
Well, 2 months later, the President's Labrador gave birth to 6 beautiful mongrels. And I was busted to sergeant just after the President's divorce came through.
You are a victim of a great injustice, Sergeant.
You think so?
But of course. You knew you must not fall asleep at your post. You were guarding the President himself.
Well, the President's dog.
Ah, it was the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
And by drinking that coffee, you made the ultimate sacrifice for our glorious republic. Your career.
Now you put it like that?
And now France is calling you again. She is saying, drink, Sergeant Moo, drink!
She is?
She is. Drink or fall asleep at your post. Which is it to be?
I suppose it is drink?
Bravo, Sergeant!
Oh dear. Oh dear. Excuse me, madame. I must use the petit gendarme's room. It has gone straight through me. Could you watch the gallery door for me?
Oh, you can count on me, Sergeant. I distracted Moo. It was now or never.
How did you get past Sergeant Moo? Well, you won't fool me so easily, madame. I shall question you later.
Nico, am I glad to see you.
I managed to grab a couple of photos, but the guy got away.
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with. It looks to me like an inside job.
So, no ordinary robbery?
And no ordinary painting. The priest claims that La Maledizione is evil. I need to get into the office and see what the CCTV has to offer.
So, what's the problem?
The inspector's watching me like a hawk. I'll never get in without some sort of distraction.
I'll see what I can do.
Selo quebrado, prêmio conquistado. Então é isso, hoje vamos ficando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu Fui.